I've hitchhiked before. I know. It's dangerous, stupid even. But back then I was young, broke, and a little too confident that nothing bad would ever really happen to me. It was late October, a chilly Friday night, and I had just missed the last bus out of a small town I didn't even plan on being in. I'd gone to visit a friend from college who lived a few towns over, but something came up last minute, and I didn't want to waste the trip. I figured I'd wander, explore, maybe find a place to crash, but by the time I realized the sun had dipped behind the trees and everything was shutting down, it was too late. The roads were empty, the gas station closed, and my phone was dead. So, I stood on the shoulder of Route 19, thumb out, backpack slung over one shoulder, trying not to think about how quickly the cold was seeping through my hoodie. That's when the car pulled up. It was an old sedan, navy blue, rust creeping up from the wheel wells. The passenger window rolled down and the driver leaned over. A man, late 40s, maybe 50s. Pale skin, wiry hair, and a smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. "Need a ride?" His voice was calm, too calm. Still, it was freezing and I didn't want to sleep on the side of the road. I got in. At first everything seemed normal. He asked the usual questions, where I was headed, what I was doing out so late. I told him I was trying to get back home. Gave him the name of my town. "No problem, I know the way." We drove in silence for a while. I stared out the window. The forest was dense on both sides, nothing but trees and shadows. But after about 20 minutes, I realized something strange. There were no signs, no exits, no mile markers, just the same winding two-lane road. Hey, shouldn't we have hit the junction by now, Route 6? Almost there. I shifted in my seat, the air felt heavier. The radio, which had been playing some soft jazz, suddenly crackled into static. I tried to pull out my phone to check our location. I knew it was dead, but it was habit. I looked over at the driver. His hands gripped the wheel tightly. His knuckles were white, and he was smiling, but not in a friendly way, in a way that said he knew something I didn't. I started paying attention to the scenery again, and that's when the dread kicked in. The trees outside, they weren't changing. Same tall oaks, same bend in the road. I noticed a crooked mailbox that looked familiar. And 5 minutes later, I saw it again, and again. We were driving in circles. In. Okay, what the hell is going on? The man didn't answer, he just kept driving. I reached for the door handle, but it was locked. I looked at him and said, "Let me out now." No one gets out until the ride's over. I slammed my fist on the window, shouting, but the sound seemed swallowed by the car itself, muffled, like I was underwater. I couldn't breathe. The headlights illuminated a curve in the road. Again. Same trees, same damn mailbox. I said, "Let me out." Then, the engine cut. The car rolled to a stop on the side of the road. For a moment, there was only silence. "You were never supposed to leave that town." He reached into the glove box. I didn't wait. I lunged for the door, unlocked it manually, and threw myself out of the car. I hit the pavement hard, my knees scraping against the asphalt. I rolled into the ditch and scrambled up into the woods, branches tearing at my skin, my breath loud and ragged. I didn't stop running. I didn't care where I was going. Eventually, I stumbled out onto a different road, one with lights, signs, traffic, a gas station up ahead. I collapsed at the door. The clerk inside called the police. I told them everything. They went looking for the car but found nothing. No tracks, no driver, no sedan, no record of anyone matching his description. To this day, I don't know who or what he was. But sometimes, when I'm driving late at night, I see headlights in the rearview mirror, an old navy blue sedan, tailing me a little too closely. And I wonder if the ride ever really ended.